Cool. So what I'm going to do now is just show you another feature with the Arnold lights, which is that we can set an actual mesh, like an actual object, to be a light. So if we wanted these lights here to actually work as lights, we can set that up. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to kind of create this, turn this into like a night scene, and show you how you might do that with these lights turned on. Let's move this out of the way. And I am going to actually just delete these lights we've already created in our scene, and let's now create a new light for these light objects here. So I'm going to go over to the Create panel, over to Lights, Arnold Lights, and this time I'm going to set this to be a mesh light. So let's click on that, and it doesn't really matter where we click in the scene, but I'm going to create the light kind of somewhere near where the actual meshes are that we're going to turn into lights. So we click there. I'm going to kind of just drag it up a little bit so that it's around here. Now we need to have like this object in the scene, and this is, if we want to adjust the light, this is what we'll select, but the light's actually going to be emitted from the actual meshes. So the position of it doesn't actually matter. It's just, it's obviously, it makes sense to have it somewhere near the actual mesh. Now, when we're picking a mesh to turn into a light, we can only pick one mesh per light. So you could create a single light for each of these, but that would be very time consuming when you want to adjust the brightness and so on. So what I've done is I've actually just combined all these meshes into one object so that we can pick them as a single object. If you can't remember how to do that, basically you just, if you've got two objects in your scene that you want to combine to make into a single object, all you need to do is select one of them, go over to the modeling panel, click on any of these to actually be able to select the modeling tools, and then there's the attach button here. So we click on that, and then we click on the object we want to attach, and now you'll see we've got like only one object in our scene. So these are now kind of treated as one object. They're combined. Okay, so let's select the light, and what we need to do is actually tell it that this is the mesh we want to use as our light source. So we'll go over to the modify panel, and where it says light type mesh, underneath there's a little thing which says mesh, and then it says none. If we click on the button where it says none, we can then click on the mesh itself. So there we go, and now you'll see it's got the name of the mesh in there, and that's the actual thing that's going to be a light, basically, an emitting light in our scene.